So a common refrain that I've seen for years, maybe decades, in online kind of sites, and sometimes in real world contact, is where people will say, they successfully quit smoking by using a nicotine patch or a nicotine replacement product. And then I would see people say, oh, they successfully quit smoking by switching to vaping. And then I've seen people come in and now and who are, all excited at sites saying, oh yeah, they successfully quit vaping by using nicotine pouches. And now I'm seeing people who will say, yeah, I successfully quit nicotine pouches by vaping or any combination. It's like all these people got this real, enthusiastic feeling that they quit using one form of nicotine for another form of nicotine. That other form of nicotine often comes back to bite them in some way or another. And they switch over to another form of nicotine and calling it their successful quit. Nicotine is the problem. Nicotine is the issue that's giving uh, that makes people use nicotine, whatever the form is. And all of their little individual forms all carry problems, sometimes the same problems, sometimes different problems. People shouldn't be looking at defining their successful quit is the quit that went to another form of nicotine. It's just that's not a successful nicotine quit. Are they using a less harmful form when they go from one to another? Maybe. But you can't say with certainty which one is going to give them the biggest problem. You could pretty much say by what we know right now that, oh, yeah, switching from smoking to anything else is going to likely be better. Except if the problems that it happens to cause in its new form may not kill them like smoking would have as early, it may cause some other major disruptions, which are going to affect them more early on. And it, it's a balancing act of, God, which way is the worst? Which way is the best? Which way is the least harmful? Uh, none of them are safe. None of them are safe. A successful quit of nicotine is when you quit nicotine and when you stay off of nicotine. On the same token, I would say if someone came in and said, oh, yeah, they successfully quit all their nicotine, they're just using fentanyl now. Sure, it's not nicotine anymore, but you've now developed a huge problem. It's not a matter of replacing one recreational drug with another recreational drug. That goes back to, oh yeah, I have successfully quit smoking. I'm drunk every day now. That wasn't successful. You developed a secondary problem. What it really comes down to is when you quit nicotine and you get off nicotine and you haven't picked up any, again, I'm going to say a recreational drug, because some people will find when they quit that they may need other medications. They might have other problems that the nicotine was, in a sense, treating isn't the right word, but masking. And sometimes those problems will need medical intervention. And if they're put on a prescription to help with those specific problems, well, no, that's not replacing a recreational drug with a recreational drug. It's replacing, and I'm not sure I'm not going to call that replacing. It's breaking free successfully of nicotine, but there might be other things that the person needs to take because of, again, pre-existing problems or problems that showed up after they quit using. And it's not recreational. The doctor who is prescribing it should not be prescribing anything on a recreational basis as a therapeutic basis. So change your definition of your successful quit. The one to get excited about is the one where you actually get off nicotine and recreational drug usage of any kind that was a substitution for it and keep that quit going. That's the successful quit. And the way to accomplish that successful quit is simply, finally, making and sticking to a personal commitment to never administer nicotine again from any source.